Hi dear, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a video today on co-parenting with a narcissist. Co-parenting with a narcissist is like rolling 100 kilo up a hill. It's an absolute nightmare. It's like two persons going the opposite way, right? And the Bible states that two cannot walk together unless they agree. Co-parenting with a narcissist is an absolute nightmare. Narcissists want to do what narcissists normally do. Narcissists only care about themselves. They only care about their own feeling and their emotion. Nothing else really matters. What narcissists tend to do when it comes to co-parenting is counter-parenting. Counter-parenting whereby if you have a plan in place, yes, for they to pick up the child at 7 o'clock, they will come to pick up the child at 9 or 10 o'clock or even earlier. They does not work on the plan that in place. They work against the plan in place. At times you might be waiting on them to come and pick up the child and they don't turn up. At times they might be need to pick up the child from school and they don't turn up. They work against you instead of working with you. This is done strategically to get back at you, to punish you. You see, the last thing a narcissist want to do is cooperate with you. It's like co-parenting with a dumbass, a jackass, like what they used to use back home in Jamaica to carry load, right? You would want the jackass to go in a certain direction, but the jackass decided to go the opposite direction. Co-parenting with a narcissist can be very trying and time consuming. At best, you would be carrying out 90% of the responsibility for the child, where they will just carry out maybe 5 or 10%. At least they will make it seem like you are the problem. They will make it seem like you are the one who non-cooperative. They will make it seem like everything is your fault. They will make it like you are taking their money when they are indeed spending it on the child. And they will look for sympathy all the time, at all costs. They will complain to the child. They will use the child as a pawn against you. At best, they will poison the child's mind against you. Everything is your fault. In other words, they will make you to be the bad guy. In the attempt to make themselves look better, they would refer to you as the bad guy in your separation or any parenting decision that your child doesn't like. Say, for instance, your child wants to go on a school trip. You are not in agreement for the child to go on the school trip. They would make it out like you are the bad person because you are objecting against it, and not understanding that, or looking at the danger or the reason why you are against it. They will side with the child because they want you to look like you are the bad person. This is done because they want to always find the blame to you, right? It's not that they have the child's best interest at heart or they care deeply about the child's well-being. This is done as an intention just to get back at you. They may also parent with less structure or rule than you do to seem like they are the parents who have fun. This is to let the child admire them and love them more and respect to them and more inclined to be around them. This is just done to manipulate you and to make you look like you are the harsh parents. They may try to manipulate your kids into liking everything that they do, not looking at the greater picture and looking at how this is going to affect the child in the long run. One of the biggest challenges a family face when there is a parent who has these narcissistic traits, it's that they will exploit the co-parent or children in order to get something they want. While it is challenging to co-parenting with a narcissistic ex, it's important to set clear boundaries for yourself and your children, such as who as the kids and a certain time, what you are okay with or what you are not okay with, and to ensure those boundaries can be legally maintained. Say, for instance, you have separated and the court has set an order in place. You always need to seek to ensure that your narcissistic ex abide by this court order. You need to make making note your best friend. Document everything that happen or to be happen to establish a solid parenting plan and to make sure everything you both decide upon is documented correctly. This will protect you and your child. Should your narcissist ex want to disagree or disobey with the plan in place with your wishes, you want to make sure you have a proof of every conversation. Try to avoid conflict when you are in contact with your narcissistic ex, especially around your children. At times, your ex might want to draw you out because they will try to play the game that they normally play to get you out of character. This is how they get the narcissistic supply. So do not play into their trap. Do not play into the games that they are playing. Realize it and shut it down quick and fast. Yes, try to keep your children or your child away from any form of conflict or disagreement that you may have with your narcissistic ex. This means that you should not discuss anything contagious around your children. Even if your ex says something negative about you, try to do not do the same thing back as name calling or ranting. Just pull your children into the middle of things, which could have a negative effect on them in the long run. But what you can do is preserve your own sanity, your own well-being, so you can give your children at least one stable home, one stable parents, a safe haven for your child to be secure in. Parenting with love and empathy has a tremendous benefit. You cannot control your narcissist ex behavior, but you can control how you parent your child, and your love, kindness, and empathy will go a long way to develop your child self-esteem. It's your duty as a parent to protect your child from negativity and keep your household a peaceful environment. Create a loving, safe home. You can do this even though you do not live in a two-parent home, but you as a single parent can give as much love and support to your child so your child can grow up as a balanced and confident adult. On the other hand, it is difficult sometimes to co-parent with a narcissistic ex. If your ex has become emotional or physical abusive, yes, or try to trick you or even hurt you, remove yourself from the situation. Seek advice from the court and how to proceed. Do not stand in their presence for them to abuse you. If you are experiencing that, try to get a mediator when you need to drop off the children. Try to avoid your ex coming to your home to pick them up, as this can cause a confrontation and ending up in a conflict. Best possible to have a healthy environment for your children, and it's beneficial for your mental health as well. So try to get a mediator, a person who can be present there when your ex need to pick up or drop off your children. If you're finding it difficult to deal with the emotional challenge of co-parenting with a narcissistic ex, seek counseling. There are many help out there and therapy out there for you to utilize. Seek counseling. You may also consider joining a support group for separated or divorced parents of a narcissist. You can also send your children to a therapist if you think that they have a difficult time with the new parenting dynamic, or they can benefit from therapy as they probably has been exposed to conflict and might not be dealing with the situation and not understanding the reason why their mom and their dad has been separated. A lot of children are hurting and they grow up into an adult with these hurt for many years. So if this it's something that you identify in your child or your children, it's best to work on it while they are young, as this can be eradicated out of their mind and they will learn how to deal with conflict and challenge as they grow older. Remember, if you are suffering or going through a separation or a divorce from a narcissistic, there are groups out there that can help you. Speak to your local GP if you are in the UK, and you can go on NHS online. There are a lot of information. Google can be your best friend as well. So seek help out there and do not suffer in silence. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember to like, to share, to comment, and to subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned and remember, God is love. Bye bye for now. Peace out.